to the E to the L to the U to the X to the E to the top. Smacking.
Hey there guys, it is Qwerty Afro and I'm here with another video. You might notice I'm in a little bit of a jiggly, exciting mood. No particular reason, it's probably because I'm doing a video for you guys and that's the only reason why I'm going to be that excited. And it's not, I'm really not in the most of happiest moods right now currently through what I'm doing at school with all the work I have to do. Like, I'm in exam season and it's just getting to me. So I'm happy that I'm in like an exciting mood for you guys doing a video, because I really do like making videos for you guys. So you know, that's why I'm in an exciting mood, if you want to know. But really I'm not in an exciting mood. So we're playing Metro Simulator again, and it's because you guys voted in the previous straw poll that I did in the previous video, which is going to be expired now. So I'm just going to take that away from the video once this video is up, and then I'm going to put a new one down in the description for you guys on this video, so you guys can vote for the next video. What should the next video be? Should it be another playing Metro Simulator? It's totally your choice. It can be another train simulator, normal video random drive, or cities in motion European cities. Just anything you guys want. I think it's because I'm not going to be making too much videos, even though this is quite cool. This is like a video within a week that I've been that I've now made. So you know, I felt a bit generous this time. I felt like making a video, and you guys really were voting crazy for playing Metro Simulator on the straw poll that I activated on the previous video. You guys, like, at first it kind of went, it was like cities in motion, and then it was like train simulator, and then like playing Metro Simulator just shot up, and it was just like incredible. So you know, straw poll link will be in the description, so if you guys want to vote for what the next video should be, should it be again another playing Metro Simulator as I said, or any of the others, or if you don't like any of on the list, just click the other option, and then if that other option wins, then I'll do something like Euro Truck Simulator or something that I haven't included on that list. I'll be creative basically. Okay, and then before we obviously get into the video, two shoutouts, as I do every single video, is two of them this week, or this video, is Jonathan Price and Vin Riley. Hope you guys enjoy that shout out. Your links to your channels will be down below, so you guys can check them out. Subscribe to them, check out their videos, give them some love. I love the whole kind of thing of exposing smaller YouTube channels, and I will always do that, no matter say how big I would get eventually, if I get big or whatever. I personally don't think I'm going to get massively big, but I think I'm going to get a nice amount of subscribers, and I think that'll be great at that time when I can actually still be doing this kind of shout out thing, and people will be getting recognized. And I think I just love that kind of whole kind of process, and I do it for you guys because you guys watch my stuff and I want to give back. So, and also with the straw poll thing, so you guys can pick what video I'm going to give back, obviously, because I'm not making that many videos currently, but I'll do when my exams finish, so you know, everyone will win once and for all. Anyway, so yeah, that was Jonathan Price and Vin Riley. If any of you guys watching want a shout out, please comment down below. I'll add you to the almighty list, and everything will go well. I'm really energetic. I sound in my voice really energetic, and I probably am. My cousin and my auntie are coming from like Croatia today, so I'm just, you know, I'm in a little bit of an excited mood past all of the kind of schoolwork and stuff. Anyway, let's get into the video. I'm sorry, I like talking before the video gets started, because I obviously have a lot of things to tell you guys, because I don't make videos every single day, where every single day I'll be just like, hey. Anyway, we're in playing Metro Simulator, which was the most voted thing in the straw poll, and I'm doing driving line C, which is from Oostpark to Simvilet Centrum. And I will try and do with this playing Metro series, I'm going to try and do every single kind of direction of line. So like, say this video would be from this station to Simvilet Centrum, and then another video would be line C, Simvilet Centrum to Oostpark back here. So I'm going to try and make as many videos as I can of the different kind of variations of lines you can do in this game. So, you know, stick around for that. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe here. This is going to be a good spot for some Metro Simulator if you want to see more videos of it. So right now we're driving the more older train, as no, actually we're driving a slightly older train. Like in the first video I drove this kind of medium. We haven't yet driven the modern train, which we'll do obviously in a video in the future. But anyway, we're in this kind of older, this is probably the oldest train But there is a section of the game that you can actually play the olden style, which is like in 1982, I think. But anyway, we're slightly late, so I'm just going to close the doors and we're just going to head out and start moving, and I'll, you know, talk a bit on the way. There we go. Let's go. Because as you can see up ahead, there is a train waiting to use this platform, which is weird because there are 2 other platforms available. I don't know. They're all the AI programmed to kind of use the same kind of platforms. You know, it's that kind of arrangement. Anyway, again, a similar cab to the one that we drove before in the previous. Oh wow, we have 2 trains waiting. Oh my god, it took so long to speak to you guys. But yeah, we slightly older train. There's no silver panel there as before. Oh my god, I'm so sorry guys. Oh no, sorry. sorry for holding you guys up. I know this is the rush hour event I actually picked, so there's going to be quite a lot of AI, so brace yourselves. And this is actually probably the kind of busiest route on the whole kind of like game. This is like kind of the longest route of the game as well. So you guys are in for a treat for some nice amount of stops on this game. Each stop pretty much looks the same. There's no kind of like difference, obviously. They're just basically these kind of plain platforms with the countdown display information on them. Some of the stations have 2, some of them have 1. But you know, I'm not too fussed with like the kind of detail of the stations currently, because obviously this is a fictional map, as I've realized. It's not a real map. It's fictional. Obviously, it's inspired by the Rotterdam Tube. I mean, Metro. Tube is only a kind of like London kind of thing, but yeah, it's inspired by Rotterdam Metro, and it's a great. Honestly, I really do like this. I have definitely put a good few hours playing this game. It's not something I just picked up once and then just like, oh fuck it now. I've actually played a good amount of hours on this game. Like, I know all of the routes now off by heart. I still haven't done. There is that whole kind of full day event that you guys can try if you've gotten this game. You basically do the full day event, and you basically start at 6 in the morning, and you can actually keep the time on as real life time and go through the whole day of work of being like a metro driver on this fictional route. But I would suggest, if you're going to do that and you don't want to spend literally every single minute of your day doing this game, oh shit, I'm just going to put the AI on because I'm went into the station pretty fast. Hopefully, yes, good. This is one trick I like to use. I like using the AI to correct my faults. There we go. But that was really bad by me. I got so distracted there that I came into that station too fast, way too fast. Let's get out of here. We're pretty late anyway, so let's just swiftly move on. But yeah, I like that you can actually turn on the AI, and the AI can just do all the braking for you if you think that you're not going to be able to adjust the braking yourself, like in that kind of situation where I came into the station too fast. Really, really fast. That was ridiculous. But I was talking to you guys, so you know. But yeah, as I was saying with this game, like the whole kind of full day event you can do, I would suggest then using the option to kind of speed up the time. So like, say if you're waiting for to do an interval, like waiting at like the depot or something, just speed up the time just to save time of it. Because I wouldn't like, okay, maybe one day I could try and you know, do a full day, but I think I might do that like maybe on a live stream or something in the future. I think that's more suited for a live stream, not a video. That'd be crazy if I did it in a video. But definitely I could see myself playing this game for a whole day. It's just because the AI is actually so good that it's so immersive, and like it kind of does feel real with the kind of countdowns and stuff. And the whole kind of like terminating station of how each line converges on Simvilet Centrum, the main station in the city where we're going to go. Probably get to at the end of this video, which is the last stop. And yeah, I like how like all the air kind of converges together, and then the AI use the siding, and then bring they use the other platforms to like depart the station. They use one platform to leave the station. You know, it's good. I like the game. It's so even though it's like, it's so basic, like the graphics are like shit, but I don't care. Like, OMSI, as I said before in the previous video, OMSI had a good few amount of people working on that game, and it looks like really shit. But this game, probably maybe 1 or 2 people worked on this game, and it looks just as decent as OMSI, and it's free to play. Well, you know, I don't know. OMSI, I haven't played a game with OMSI in quite some time. Not that I don't want to, it's just like kind of limit the stuff that I do now, obviously, because of my exams and stuff. So I tend to stick with, like, say, Train Simulator, or yeah, basically like Train Simulator, Cities in Motion 2. I kind of tend to stick with those kind of games, so I don't overstretch myself currently. Like, after my exams, I'll definitely try and do some more variations of games and stuff like that for you guys. So, you know, stick around. As I said, there's definitely more to come with this channel. Like, I definitely have some ideas and stuff like that. So, you know, I don't want to sound like it's just like, oh, there's no videos and it's just going to be all gloom and stuff. It'll get better. It'll get better. Okay, so we're at the kind of... This is the station, basically, that... if I just pan up. This is the station where Line B connects, as you can see there's a Line B train right behind me, so I'm just going to go. So basically, yeah, this is where Line B connects, and over there, as you can see, it transfers from third rail to... no, it transfers from pantograph to third rail. Unit C, what am I saying, Unit C? Line C, which I'm driving, is fully third shoe, third rail. It's not, doesn't change the pantograph at all during the whole kind of line. But you know, you're gonna have one of those kind of lines out there. It's the oldest line. What can you say? Anyway, next station is Stadionweg, which is kind of then the station which we terminated in the last video, and that's where like Line A would normally terminate, and Line A, the normal kind of rush hour Line A, would continue. This is probably the train station that has the most platforms, because you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a siding platform as well. Okay. This is our platform here for Line C and Line B only. To our right is the Line A that comes from wherever it comes from and goes to Simvilet Centrum as well as us. So, you know, it's all good. There we go. Go. Nicely does it, you know. I'm definitely getting better at these kind of games and stuff like that. But actually, to tell you a kind of funny story, when I was... The previous Train Simulator video, when I was recording it, and when I did some recordings before that of it, and they were really bad because I was overrunning stations so much. Like, I mean, I've never overran stations by like a half a train length before, and I was really getting a bit worried that I'm losing my touch of Train Simulator and all these kind of train sim games. So I was just kind of like, you know, I better look at what I'm doing, because I'm slacking in the simulation world with trains, basically. Bus is fine. Planes, FSX, I have FSX, and my guy Rio Edit plays. He does so much like FSX videos, and I really like what he's doing currently. Like with he has his friend who's actually a real life pilot who does like duo comms with him, and they also live stream together a lot. So it's really interesting to watch, and I definitely would love to get into FSX a bit more, obviously when I have more time, and definitely might even see in the future a collab with him with FSX. It's definitely something we talked about doing, so you know, why not? There we go, nicely does it. There we go, you can actually see one of these new trains. Yeah. The AI, again, don't tend to open the doors. I'm not too fussed about that. As long as we can open our doors, I'm pretty happy with that, to be honest. But you know, it's alright. Right, let's close the doors and head out of here, because there is that Line B behind us by 2 minutes, which is alright, but I want to be a bit early, a bit more punctual. Coming up here now is probably the kind of fastest bit of the whole kind of like entire map that you can travel at. The faster trains can travel at go up to 100 kilometers per hour, while these older trains can only go up to 80, which is unfortunate. But you know, there's obviously going to be some variation between the newer trains and the older trains. The older trains are slightly shorter. The newer trains are slightly longer. The newer trains obviously can go faster, they can go up to 100, while this can only go up to 80. Well, it's kind of the same thing in real life, basically. Like, most of the older kind of trains, like, if we look at Southwest trains, their older Class 455s are shorter than their, like, newer Desirio Siemens trains, and, you know, it's pretty normal that older trains are kind of designed differently and had different, like, you know, requirements of what they were to do when they were designed, because like train travel before wasn't really made for the masses. It was made for just, you know, the kind of general mass of people, while today it's literally just about a huge mass movement, like gigantic mass movement, especially in London. And the tube strikes, oh my god. I luckily didn't actually use the tube during the tube strikes, or I don't normally use the tube. I don't use the tube anyway. I use it overground. But the thing is, the tube strike created a huge ripple effect, basically, because everyone just went on the overground then, and that kind of fucks everyone that normally goes on the overground, because you have all these tube passengers. Which there is actually a difference between tube passengers and overground passengers. Like, overground passengers, they get it. They get that they're going to be a little bit squashed, but they people give space to each other on the overground trains. Like, normally when I go on the rush hour in the morning, it does get busy, it does get packed, but everyone kind of generally gives a bit of space to each other. They know the situation. The trains are tall enough. It's all good. Tube passengers, they're a little bit freakier. They like to pack themselves in as much as they can go, because obviously tube trains are much more compact than, you know, for people to like fit in a much more confined space. So they just go in. They just plow through into the, like where the overground passengers are, and they just come into spaces where you don't even think that people can fit in, and they just do all that kind of stuff. And that's what kind of the tube passengers do when they come into the overground, and it is kind of annoying. And you can definitely tell the difference when there's a tube strike, and you can tell the difference between an overground passenger and a underground passenger. Like, it is so noticeable. And that's why I hate tube strikes. Personally, I am not totally against some of the tube strikes. Like, this kind of cause was more for, like, you know, cutting jobs in, like, ticket offices and stuff, which I get is more important. Like, before, I remember when they were tube striking just for, like, oh, we want a little bit of rise of pay, and it was just like, you really want a rise of pay for just doing something that specific, especially as more tube lines are becoming more automatic train operation. All a driver does is sit down, press a button to open and close the doors, which I'm doing right now. I've left the train on AI just to let you know. You just sit down, you let the train drive. When it stops, you press the doors to be open. I then close the doors, the train moves. It's happy days. I heard a story recently that a train driver actually he was drinking. He got caught, like, drunk in a train. I think it was on the Victoria or Central line that happened. And I was like, well, to be honest, I was like, it doesn't really matter. He got fined and, like, got fired and whatever. Like, I was like, does it really matter? The train was doing most of the things for him. Like, if the train was drunk, then yeah, sure, like, fire the train, because the train's putting people in danger, not the driver, because the driver just presses a button to start the train and stop the train when it comes to a halt and opens the doors. Like, I don't know. What are you guys' opinion on, like, automatic train operation? Like, do you like it? I think it will kind of, in the future, well, I personally, first, right now, I don't think automatic train operation would be implemented into, like, say, overland trains, like trains that go across the country and whatever, like, you know, the ScotRail, the East Midlands, the Virgin trains, all that kind of. I don't think we're going to see automatic train operation with those kind of trains yet. Maybe way off into the century, yeah. But right now, the kind of high is with automatic train operation is the metros, the subways, the tube. That's where they're investing into automatic train operation. And it kind of does make sense because these are the kind of more compact, more confined, more pressured systems of trains that need to carry huge amounts of people quickly in rush hour during the day in the cities where there's loads of stations, like literally stations that are like 50 meters apart, etc. And to be honest, like, yeah, sure, a human can do that, but computers can. You can have so many more trains on the line working simultaneously and just driving around with a person in there. You're obviously controlling the doors. You need to have someone in there because, well, actually, to be honest, in Paris they actually have like no drivers at all. It's a bit like the DLR. And then you could kind of think, like, if the DLR can drive itself, why can't the whole kind of tube network drive itself? It's kind of weird, but I don't know. People still are not too comfortable about that in London with kind of transferring from human to full computer. I think now it's basically in the middle where it's kind of like the transition between human to human half computer. Like, you know, because people don't really realize it actually. Like, I do, because I'm that kind of special person that kind of realizes when I'm on an automatic train. Give you an example. When I'm on the Bakerloo line, which is still driver operated, I can feel when the driver, say, fucks up or something. I was on a train where this guy pulled up into, I think it was Warwick Avenue or Kilburn Park or something like that, or Maida Vale. He pulled up into this tube station, and it was literally, he came in at about like 40 miles an hour, like basically at max speed of what a tube train is supposed to go. He came in at max speed and literally past the like 3/4 way mark. He literally engaged the emergency brake. And basically on older trains, like 1972 stock, it doesn't really matter if you engage the automatic emergency brake, because obviously it's an older train. It can kind of handle that. It doesn't need to go into all like lockdown red alert mode like newer trains do. Because if you press the emergency brake in a newer train, things will get really fucked up. Like, say if like I was on a Jubilee line, like as a driver, and I went into the emergency brake, flashing alarms will go off, people in the control room will be like, what the hell's happening, you're fired or something like that. And that kind of shit happens basically. Well, if you're on the Bakerloo line, you put into emergency brake. You know, if you came in a little fast, you were kind of having some fun or whatever, and it's fine because it's an old train. It doesn't have all these kind of high-tech alarms and stuff. So basically, putting it into the emergency brake is like putting it into like a bit of a more tougher brake, so you can just like halt the train because and stop having your fun. But you know, I don't know. I can tell, like when I'm on like say the Jubilee line, I can tell the computer is just completely just adjusting the speed. It kind of speeds up and it kind of slows down. It speeds up and slows down, and it's just like you can tell. People normal everyday commuters probably won't tell, but I will tell because, you know, I'm special like that. Anyway, as you can see, the AI, I was basically driving on AI, basically, if you can't tell. I was driving from the past few stops because I was lazy and I wanted to talk to you guys. Anyway, and there's the train behind us, the Line B from De Moulins. But anyway, as you can see there, now the train is going to come back into this platform, which is the return leg platform back to Oostpark. And on this middle platform, we have like another, I think it's Line A or Line B train. Oh yeah, it's Line A to, yeah, it's Line A to Springstad or something like that. But anyway, here comes our train on the way back. All automatically controlled. I don't have to even do anything. I can just open the doors and whatever. But yeah, again, as I said, I don't know, this automatic train operation kind of thing, I guess it's good in the long run. It basically will just save some money in the future, basically, when they're going to fire all the train people. Like, let's be honest, it's going to turn into that. I hate to say it, but basically the kind of train driver role for like, not for overland trains, as I've said already, it's going to be mainly for metro services and stuff like that, like metro subways and stuff. That kind of train driver position is really dying now, like especially in the underground business. Like before, you would join the underground and you'd be like, cool, yeah, you learn how to drive a train. It's all good, to be honest. Oh wow, I just there we go, I've opened the right doors. But anyway, yeah, it's all kind of weird in the underground business now, because people are more like, you know, people get hired now, they get taught on the computer, and it's just like, it will die eventually. It will inevitably die. People need to accept that. It's not going to be like, oh my god, in the future we're going to all be, you know, like tube drivers. It's not going to be like that. Look at Paris. Paris are literally transforming their tube network to suit the demands of people, and they're basically taking the drivers out of the cabs. But anyway, it's not all about metros. Train drivers will still exist in overlands, like your Virgin trains, your ScotRails, your SPT drivers, your First Great Western drivers, your shitty. Well, actually, no, I'm not gonna call First Capital Connect drivers shitty. I'm just gonna call First Capital Connect shitty. Their drivers are, I guess, good. Someone commented before in a video for the First Capital Class 319 video I did, saying that I should do a certain thing by like increasing the speeds at certain things, with his friends are First Capital Connect drivers. So I don't want to offend any people that work First Capital Connect as drivers, but I'm just gonna be rude about your company because they're not really that good. I don't know, they might actually be completely good to like their employees or whatever, but their service is utter shit. So but yeah, all those kind of drivers of overland kind of train companies, I don't think you have anything to worry about, because you can still grow up and want to be a train driver of that sort. Just don't go into the kind of metro or subway or underground kind of train driver kind of, you know, place. Some cities obviously won't go into full computer mode, they'll still use their drivers, but like say in London, I don't think it's really worth just saying to yourself when you grow up, I'm going to be a tube driver. Train driver, just go for train driver. That's what I would say. I definitely want to be a train driver during my life. That's something I want to do. Like sure, I want to go to university and be a geologist, but I definitely would want to be a train driver once in my life. Just something I would want to do. Anyway, I could just be like, I stop one day and I'm like, okay, I want to go and train to be a train driver, and I can do that. Have the qualifications to do it. Anyway guys, we've come to the end of the video. This is Simvilet Centrum. My train is somewhere. It's there, it's here. But I'm not going to follow it. That's going to be for another video where we go back to Oostpark. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it was good. Remember to vote down with using the link to straw poll to vote for the kind of next video you guys want out of the options I've set. And we'll see if we're going to maybe be doing another playing Metro Simulator, because it's very popular. Loads of people really like it, and I don't know, like there's not much videos of it on YouTube. It hasn't gotten that much exposure, but I'm glad if I can give it some exposure so some people can actually realize that there's actually a game like this out there and it's playable, it's in beta, and maybe it's going to be released, who knows. But anyway, I'm done here. I'm gonna go off and be more depressed about what work I have to do, but I'll definitely look forward to making another video for you guys. Again, with the shout-outs, Jonathan Price and Finn Riley. Their YouTube links will be down below. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. It shows me that you guys like it. If you haven't subscribed, obviously consider subscribing if you want to keep up to date with all the kind of content I upload. If you have other friends or other people that might be interested in it, use the share button, share it on social media sites or whatever, Google+, Facebook, Twitter, etc. Anything you want, Pinterest, if anyone uses that, I don't even know. But yeah, you guys have been great. I enjoy reading your comments. I'll always reply to comments, thumbs up comments, whatever. I always love interacting with you guys. You guys have definitely, I don't know, again, I love making videos for you guys, and I can't wait to see you in the next video, hopefully. Maybe it'll be sooner, or maybe it might be now later, because I gave you guys a video within a week. So, you know, I don't know. We'll see. You guys have been great. I'll see you in another video. I've been Qwerty Afro. Bye-bye.
We ain't never